So you and your girl broke up and you know it was your fault and you want to get her back. Let's talk about it.
I was just patient, never try skating. Fuck niggas hating.
What's going on, my man? I hope y'all having a all right day. I understand with this particular topic, it might be a little bit heavy on you. You got high anxiety. You dealing with a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of regret, and you like, man, I need some help. What I need to do, and you want to be at least on the right path to getting your woman back. Bare minimum. Even if you know you got to accept that, you know, you in a situation you don't like and there's no controlling the outcome, you bare minimum want to be on the right track. I got you right here. I got 10 things you can do. I'm going to jump right into it because I know time is of the essence. As soon as you can, give her a genuine apology. As soon as you can. Don't sit here and wait. As soon as you can, give her a genuine apology. You must acknowledge exactly what you did wrong. You must say the words, I'm sorry, or I apologize. And you must reassure her by letting her know you will never do that again. If you give her some half-ass apology like, I'm sorry if you felt that way, I didn't mean to hurt you, or just generalize what you're sorry for without being specific, that's going to push her further away, my man. That ain't going to cut it. And my mindset in this stage when I have to apologize, I hate having to apologize. But I will if I have to. If I know I'm in the wrong, I'll do it. And when I say I hate having to apologize, I'm not saying that my pride is so big that I won't do it. I'm saying that I hate putting myself in positions to have to be the one to say I'm sorry. I just rather just not do nothing to hurt you. And this is not just only towards a woman. This is towards anybody. I don't want to have to say, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to do that with your girl. Or I'm sorry, mom. I didn't mean to cuss you out. Nah, how about this? You work on not doing it moving forward. But we are all, including myself, human. We make mistakes. So the very first thing you need to do is as soon as possible, give a genuine apology. Number 2, respect her wishes. If after you give her this genuine apology, she says something along the line, she needs space, she needs time, give her whatever it is she thinks she wants at this time. If she thinks she wants to be single, okay, I respect your wishes. Leave her alone. And I can leave it at that. Leave her alone. Don't give her anything else to think about. Don't add wood to the fire. Don't send her pictures of y'all when y'all was together. Don't send her songs that y'all used to dance to. Don't send her videos and don't tag her and stuff, and leave her alone. Leave her alone. Respect her wishes and do exactly that, and that alone. Number 3, pray for guidance, forgiveness, and healing and strength. Nobody needs to hear you do this. You don't have to go public. Don't do that. Don't be the one of those guys who texts out your prayer and either sends it to your partner or posts it online. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just pray on your own terms and allow God to do his work. Number 4, show dedication to change. Actually make a change. Now, change does take time. So don't try to tell her that I've changed over the next couple of days or even weeks. The time that it takes her to come back to you is her decision. If she comes back to you in 2 days, 2 weeks, you still need to be showing dedication to change regardless of how much time it takes. Now, I know this is easy to understand for somebody who is desperately in need of their wife or woman back. But some of us, we deal with anxiety and we start acting impulsively and we start doing things that we shouldn't do that further hurt our situation. But only thing you need to be doing is showing dedication to change. Number 4, the hardest part. Allow her to return to you unprovoked. Don't do no amount of begging. Don't you do it. Once you apologize and it's heartfelt and you meant what you said, leave it at that. Why are you telling me not to beg, Jerome? If I really want my woman, I'm finna go get on my knees. I'm finna show up with the flowers. I ain't knocking the flowers. But you can overdo it. There's still a pace that needs to be taken, a tempo to this. You don't want to bombard her with forgiveness notes and flowers and gifts, trying to get her to come back to you. You are trying to persuade her to come back to you. The only thing that you can possibly do in a healthy manner is give her the space to miss you and to make a conscious decision on her own. That's the hardest part. It's like that old saying, let it go, and if it belongs to you, it'll come back. Well, I hate to sound superficial, but that's what it's going to take at this point. That takes me into my next point. Avoid begging. Number 6, it only pushes her further away. Don't do it. Number 7, don't reach out to her friends or her family members. Don't do it. She don't already did that. And they're expecting this because it's typical of men to do that. Instead, don't reach out to none of them. But you do want to get up and go back to your purpose. Get up to life as normal. Me, in this situation, I do overtime. I still be showing dedication to change, but I'll be going to work. I'll be working even more and more and more and more and more. And work is productive. It's not drugs. It's not sex with somebody else. It's work. It's more money. And being patient and going to the gym and doing things that are bettering you at the same time as you're hurting. And what happens is over time, those things that are bettering you start to consume more of your time and your energy than moping, venting, trying to spread the word to everybody that knows you guys, hoping that somebody else will reach out to her and persuade her to come back. No. At this stage, you have to understand that it's a process that she has to go through that you cannot forge. It's the healing and forgiveness. If she is not a forgiver, if she has an ego, if she has been hurt beyond, easily being able to accept an apology, the last thing you want to do is pile on and keep on tugging at her. She's going to run from you. She's going to hide. She might even get to the point where she want to up and leave the state, change her phone number, and block you on every single thing because you won't respect her wishes. Begging is not respecting someone's wishes. Begging is trying to be persuasive. And when you are a good person, you don't need to beg. When you know you've done everything in your power for somebody, you don't need to beg. Avoid that. And don't be reaching out to her friends and family trying to tell them your side of the story either. Don't do that. Got a little piece of lint on the cap. Number 8, in the event that her friends or you guys as mutual friends and family reach out to you, tell the truth. Take accountability. Yep, I did that. Why? Whatever it is you told her, you can tell them. Your story needs to be transparent. When they come back and they be like, I spoke to Tony, girl. I don't care. No, I mean, he hurting. But he know exactly what he did. He ain't running from it. And that's a good sign. And when she walks away from that conversation with whoever just brought that to her attention, she's going to know in her head, he's hurting. He's actually sorry. But if when somebody reaches out to you, you are lying, avoiding accountability, shifting the blame, you're going to push her further away. Guaranteed. Number 9. I said this already, but I guess I went out of order, but that's what happens when you're being genuine. Get up and go live your life and pursue your purpose in the midst of you still healing. Take it one day at a time. And you really do want to avoid talking to too many people about this. Maybe find 1 or 2 good friends. If as me as a male, I would have 1 male friend I tell and 1 female friend. And that they could be friend or family, but 1. And then tell these people don't tell nobody. If everybody else know, it would be because she told them. It's better to have these situations as isolated as possible. You don't need too many differences in opinions. And then these people over here talking about, smoke this, bro. Fuck that bitch, bro. And then now you doing something irrational and making your situation worse. And then sometimes you can be around people that are really snakes. That'll go back to her and be like, he ain't changed, because they shit testing you too. Yeah. It might be somebody that's in her family that does this. They come around you. What's up, bros? Yeah, she told me. My sister be tripping, though, bro. Don't even worry about that. You like, I know, huh? Your sister do be tripping. Yeah, man. Man, let's go fuck with these hoes. Okay, for sure. And then you go out with her brother, and then her brother go back and be like, that nigga ain't changed. I was just in the club with that nigga. Minimize who you talking to. Get up and go get on your purpose and minimize who you venting to, man. Be very selective with who you telling this stuff to. Maybe a therapist if you ain't got nobody, or the preacher, the pastor, your mama, somebody you can trust with that information not to spread it. You don't need anything to get back to her. And then having these conversations also brings clarity to you, because somebody else that really truly loves you and that's going to keep it real and be like, man, can I tell you the truth? Yes, man, please tell me the truth. Man, you was wrong, and this is what you did wrong, and this is what you could have did. And now they might even give you some sound advice on how to fix it, reality-based advice, not ego-based advice. So that's why you got to limit who you tell, because you running around telling everybody, and then you run into all these different egos and perspectives, and this person believes in polyamorous, so you trying to talk to them about your monogamous relationship, and they give you advice that only works in those circumstances, and this one is a dyke, and she only likes women, and she telling you, I don't like, I know my girl be tripping too, and you like, this don't really help me, and then you talking to your brother, and he married, and he ain't got no time for you, and then you talking to minimize who you talking to about it. Talk to 1 or 2 loyal people. Number 10, accept the possibility that she doesn't have to return to you, and that is her choice. And then just have faith that things will work out. Reality is, in life, people break up. In life, people make mistakes. You do see those relationships where one of the parties makes a huge mistake and then they work it out, and then they end up sticking together because they said until death does us part, and they meant it. They took those vows and they meant it. But then you see the other people who, as soon as something that wasn't even that serious happens, they break up, never to return. And you might be the type of person that feels like I'm in this till the death, and you might be with somebody that says, no, I ain't tolerating that. And the fact that you did it, I will never forgive you. So we have to accept that the outcome is not in our control. And the sooner you deal with acceptance, the sooner you will heal. That is a hard thing to say, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is the sooner that you accept the possibility of her never returning is the sooner your body and your mind and your heart begins to start the process of healing, and then you can go through that process. But when you have not accepted it and you are sitting here pining away and you're sitting there talking about, she gonna come back. She gotta come back. I hope she come back. You saw her at the club? Who's she talking to? You saw her with a guy? Oh no. This you might not be able to relate to, but if you can, I hope you find it helpful. But as soon as I break up with a woman or a woman breaks up with me, I dissociate myself with the ownership of that woman. She's not my property. Her everything that she gave me that was part of her life and her body it reverts back to its original owner. And she can do as she pleases with it. Of course, I would hope she didn't do things that would hurt me. But I'm not going to even allow those kind of things to hurt me because that's me knowing that she's not mine and she can do whatever she want to do. That protects myself. I no longer have to think about what she might be doing with somebody else. And that is just, I don't really know how to give that to somebody. That's something that I possess. And if I knew how to just box it up and give it to you, then you'd be like, okay. You take that little chill pill and you're like, it don't really matter. I think another thing to do is to focus on moving forward in a sense like this. This is what I mean. One thing that'll help you with moving on if that ever had to happen is knowing that she ain't the only good woman that God made. And think about all the times you broke up with somebody in the past and how the next relationship was even better of an experience than the last one. And you always thought before that breakup that you didn't want to be without that person, and then it inevitably happened, and then you got with somebody else that you liked better, and then that fell off, and then you got with somebody else you liked even better than her, and then that fell off, and then nobody wants to be in this cycle or keep breaking up. So that's what you're probably thinking, I don't want to do all that. I get it. But this is not a situation you can control. And if you want to be focused on control, practice self-control. Not controlling others or situations. I hope this video does help you. If it does, please give me a like, subscribe, and a comment. I pray that you forgive yourself and you have faith and don't resort to drugs. Don't give up, and do not stalk that woman. Do not harass that woman. Show strength. Stay in your masculine frame. Don't act irrational. Don't add insult to injury. Don't disrespect her. Don't smear her name around the streets. Stay, if you are a good guy, stay that same version of yourself. And then that can be what she misses about you, that good guy. Don't turn into a bad guy. My name is Jerome, and this has been another episode of The Superb Word. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And God bless you.